CBS News Miami.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. I'm Najahe Sherman, and welcome to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. Let's take a quick look at today's top stories. Florida International University welcomes its 6th president, Dr. Kenneth Jessel. Today's ceremony featured a keynote address by Florida's Lieutenant Governor and alum Jeanette Nunez. The F.I.U. Board of Trustees named him president last October. He was confirmed by the Florida Board of Governors in November. Police are searching for a suspect after an argument on a busy Miami-Dade street. It escalated into gunfire. Police say the victim is in stable condition. The shooting happened near Southwest 79th Avenue and West Flagler near Mall of America. Police say once they arrived on the scene, the gunman fled the area. Crews removed the wreckage of a deadly plane crash in Hollywood. That pilot died in the crash. And tonight we are learning new details. CBS News Miami's Trish Christakis has our report.
That is in front of Target. They heard an explosion.
This morning, crews from NTSB arrived investigating this crash that killed one man, the pilot.
There was some conversation with air traffic control. I can't repeat it to you verbatim, but they were speaking back and forth. The controller had some concerns about the pilot's altitude.
Investigators pulling apart the plane.
Continue a more detailed examination of the wreckage.
Aerial banners tell us this was one of their planes that crashed. NTSB says the pilot who died had 325 hours of flight experience, 13 to 15 hours specifically with this exact make and model.
I seen this plane and I looked to the left and I noticed it was a yellow plane with a banner, and it seemed like it was losing altitude because it was going into like a downward position, and I said that's awfully low for a plane to be flying.
The pilot who died did not injure anyone while he crashed on this busy road. His friend tells us off camera he was in his 20s and says he was an Army vet. His friend adds the victim is a former commercial pilot and that he was training to operate the banner planes like this one. The friend says this was only the victim's first or second time flying this type of plane.
And officials have not yet released the name of the pilot. Our Ted Scott will be following the story for you, and we'll have the very latest starting at 5 right here on CBS News Miami. I'm Trish Christakis reporting in Hollywood. Back to you.
Always alerting, always tracking. This is Next Weather.
And taking a live look at downtown Miami, some tough weather ahead because we are tracking the timing of severe thunderstorms. We want to get right to Next Weather meteorologist Cindy Pressler. Cindy, how are things shaping up at this point?
Well, we have showers and thunderstorms still remaining. A flood advisory in effect until 5 o'clock this evening. As much as 1 to 2, maybe even 3 inches of rain over Miami-Dade this afternoon with these slow-moving storms. And look at the batch that's still off to the west here. This one's still looking very impressive. Heavy rain with this one, making its way to the east-northeast ever so slowly. There's that flood advisory still, including Country Walk, Princeton, Cutler Bay, and Palmetto Bay. That is going to expire soon. But there's your rainfall that has fallen, at least according to our modeling, at least radar estimates, 1.5, almost 2 inches of rain down in Princeton. So this little area here of Miami-Dade has really been worked over today with a lot of rain and some gusty winds, and also the possibility of hail. We've had that. And it was all about the outflow boundaries and the sea breeze fronts today. You can see it again, how this flow is pushing off to the north and west. So Broward County, there are a few showers now, but we still have this outflow boundary up there, so we still could see some more storms. But this is the one I'm watching right now. Heavy rain as this whole thing moves to the again to the east. So the hammocks, Kendall Lakes Country Walk, the Kendall area, eventually going to pick up more rain yet this evening. And again, ponding, puddling, never drive onto a flooded road. And that's going to be the possibility with all this rain out here. Temperature now is 80 degrees. It was up into the upper 80s today. Of course, all that moisture in the atmosphere has pushed that humidity sky high. So let's push the models out and see when this is all going to come to an end, at least according to this model. Again, with that west-southwesterly flow pushes the storms toward the coastal areas. So this is at 5 o'clock this evening. Thinking there's going to be some showers and storms right along the coast as we move along on into 6. Everything moves out into the Atlantic. By 8 o'clock, most of this should be done. We go back to partly cloudy skies tonight and dry. Tomorrow, again, by 2 o'clock, Now we see more of a southeasterly flow. We'll have some scattered showers and thunderstorms developing. Again, it's probably around 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, but a little bit further west this time because of the flow coming in out of the southeast. So again, scattered showers and thunderstorms could potentially put down heavy rain, gusty winds again, lightning, and the possibility of hail. By you get to 8, 9 o'clock in the evening, most of that is going to be dying off. So we go through this most every days, and a 50% chance tomorrow, so a little bit higher than today. We'll drop that down on Saturday, and by next week, still a little bit uncertain, but it looks like we're going to keep a pretty good chance for showers and thunderstorms in here. Hot, that doesn't change either. Highs in the upper 80s to around 90 degrees. Here comes a cold front that wants to push through. It's not going to get through here, but it will just enhance that chance for showers and thunderstorms. So your temperatures are going to stay very warm overnight tonight and into tomorrow. We're going to watch for that chance for storms again by tomorrow afternoon. Highs will be pushing up to the upper 80s to around 90 degrees, and we can take that all the way through the weekend and into next week.
All right, thank you, Cindy. Definitely want to stay off those roads if you can. And when we come back, you're going to meet a woman who heads up a team of amazing volunteers and takes care of South Florida's older adult population. Her amazing story in this week's Miami Proud. Stay with us. Welcome back. The governor signed 5 bills into law in Tampa. One of the laws places restrictions on transgender people and minors. That includes access to restrooms and certain medical treatments.
A woman should not be in a locker room having to worry about someone from the opposite sex being in their locker room.
A new law prohibits transgender children from receiving gender-affirming treatment. DeSantis also signed a law restricting teachers and students from using the gender pronouns of their choice in public schools, and that sexual orientation and gender identity cannot be taught in schools through 8th grade. The governor signed a law banning children from attending live adult performances. It allows the state to fine or revoke licenses of venues that break the law. Another law gives the governor the power to restructure the Florida High School Athletics Associations into an independent body. It would govern high school sports. It also allows school teams to pray before games. 3 people familiar with planning tell CBS News that Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is expected to officially announce a presidential campaign, and that's expected to happen next week. His plans coincide with a gathering here in Miami with longtime donors, and we will keep you posted. So now we want to introduce you to a woman who, through her work and her passion, coordinates with a team of volunteers, and they do amazing work for our senior population. CBS News Miami, Chelsea Jones has the report.
Betty was the original volunteer when I started 18 years ago, and she's still at it. And I love you, and thank you very much.
You can feel the love at this annual party for stellar volunteers as their leader, Kathy Sarmiento, doles out praise.
Mary is smarter than anybody I know. Inez Menendez. Woo! Thank you, Inez. Arleth Montalban.
SHINE stands for Serving Health Insurance Needs of Elders. These volunteers provide free counseling to help folks navigate the complex web of Medicare services. These engaging people are led by Kathy, who is admired and adored.
Her passion is unmatched, her passion for the program. So she's created like a family environment where everybody just feel like, hey, this is my sister, or there's someone I could look up to. So she's really very personable.
She's very helpful, really very good to have as a boss.
She's a perfect fit for this job. Her good friend and CBS viewer Sid Caskey calls her Dynamo and suggested we profile her. She was quite humbled.
I was very surprised.
But her team wasn't. They could not be more proud to work with her. Betty has been a counselor over 2 decades, and guess why?
Kathy, to be honest with you. It's Kathy because I've done other volunteer work, and this just fits right in with her demeanor, and she's always behind you, and she's just a great person.
The people they're helping are so grateful to receive the information and the support and the hand-holding. We're a part of something good. It's definitely helping other people. That's what we're here for.
I'm Chelsea Jones, CBS News, Miami.
1, 2, 3, shine!
That's what it's all about, isn't it? We see you and love the amazing and transformative work that you are doing. And if you would like to help, they really need more volunteers. And you can learn more about the organization by going to our website. It's cbsmiami.com. The power of CBS News and the CBS News Miami stream are always at your fingertips. We're on Pluto TV and it's all free. Or you can always find us on your favorite streaming device with the CBS News app. Click CBS News Miami. As President Joe Biden focuses on international diplomacy, debt ceiling talks continue right here at home. A look at the major sticking points tonight at 5. That's our Quickcast. I'm Najahe Sherman. Hope your day's off to a great start. Keep it right here for more news right here on CBS News Miami.